Shalom, giving all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. I'm the Baba Kalab from the GMS UK London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. So, another article here. A lot's coming out. It's kind of difficult to keep up with all the articles, but here's another one on what Trump's doing, because he's doing a lot. Even just in the first 7 days, Trump's been moving. That's why, Trump is an Edomite and he's a devil, but I'm kind of rooting for the guy because we want him to bring in these changes. We want him to usher the world into the MOTB system so he can bring about the last prophecies so we can get the hell up out of here, because it seemed like under the Biden administration things kind of ground to a halt. There wasn't too much going on, but Trump's the guy who's shaking shit up, making these big time changes. So we applaud that, because hey, at the end of the day, man, let Esau do his thing, because he has to fulfill his part. Esau has to reach the apex of his iniquity, and then, our Lord Yahweh is going to send his son Yahweh Shai to, judge this place, pertaining to Isaiah 66 and verse 15. Let's read that. Isaiah 66 and 15. And then we'll continue with the article. Isaiah 66 verse 15 says, "For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots," which is what the world didn't calls UFOs, "like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many." This is what we want. We want the Most High to send his son Yahweh Shai to judge this place, Babylon the Great, America, and to deliver the elect from the four corners of the earth where they're scattered. We need these things to go down in order for that to happen. So once again, a round of applause to DJ Trump for shaking shit up. So here's another way that things are being shaken up in America, and this is actually something that is we agree with, because it aligns with biblical truth in terms of kicking transgenders out of the US military, because the scriptures talk about a man not putting on a woman's garment, neither a woman wearing that which pertaineth unto the man, because the Most High created two genders. But these what they call the rainbow mafia, this LGBTQIA movement has infiltrated every form and level of society, but now they're getting a bit of pushback. It seems that the pendulum is swinging in the opposite direction, which is funny to see. Us, brothers that are in the truth. This is a grab the popcorn moment and enjoy the fireworks. Them tearing each other apart. Let's read this. So it says, Trump issues order to ban transgender troops from serving openly in the military. This is published on, I believe, today, just a few hours ago. As I say, so much is going on, it's difficult to keep up with. But yes, today, January the 28th. Yeah. So we'll read it. It says, President Trump has issued an executive order late on Monday night to ban transgender troops from serving openly in the military. The move was no surprise. Trump spoke frequently about this on his campaign trail, about his plans. It says, if you want to have a sex change or a social justice seminar, then you can do it somewhere else, but you're not going to do it in the Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Forces, Space Force, or the United States Marines. Sorry, Trump said at an August rally in North Carolina. The order speaks of transgender identity in sweeping and dismissive terms, labeling it as radical gender ideology. A man's assertion that he is a woman and his requirement that others honor this falsehood is not consistent with the humility and selflessness required of a service member, the order reads. Well, that's a heavy-hitting statement, man, because a lot of those people in that movement are very self-absorbed and they want to lie. They want to lie and they want you to reinforce their lie, because the thing about lies is that they always need reinforcement. The truth doesn't need any reinforcement. The truth stands on its own. But a lie, it's like it always needs to be propped up and kept up, with support, because a lie can't stand. A lie always crumbles. So let's read that again. A man's assertion that he is a woman and his requirement that others honor this falsehood is not consistent with the humility and selflessness required of a service member, the order reads. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has 30 days to submit a plan to implement the order. Until then, many of the details, particularly how it will affect people currently serving, remain unclear. The order harkens back to a policy that started with a series of tweets from Trump in 2017 during his first term of office. The tweets surprised military brass at the time. The policy that was ultimately developed took effect in 2019 and grandfathered in-service members who were already receiving gender-affirming care. I don't know what they mean by that. It was essentially a ban for anyone trying to enlist as trans or who wanted to begin to transition medically while serving. President Biden reversed the ban soon after he took office. The order appears to go further than the policy from Trump's first term. It may result in trans people with years of service, including combat tours of duty, being booted out of the military and losing their retirement benefits. How many people could be affected? An estimated 15,000 military personnel are transgender. That number is based on a survey of active duty military and an estimate of those in the reserves and National Guard. The number of troops who will be affected by the ban is a portion of those overall numbers. According to the Defense Health Agency, which operates the Department of Defense electronic health records, nearly 2,000 military personnel had a diagnosis of gender dysphoria as of 2021. That indicates that they identify with a gender that is different from the sex that they were assigned at birth. One argument for why a ban is needed has been that it would be expensive to provide gender-affirming care to troops. The use of public monies for transgender surgery should be ended, wrote Trump's former acting defense secretary, Christopher Miller, in Project 2025, a high-profile policy blueprint from the conservative hedge foundation. The costs turn out to be very low. DHA's data showed that military spent $15 million over 5 years on surgeries, hormones, psychotherapy for transgender personnel, or about $3 million per year. The cost was considered to be budget dust by military leadership, according to former Secretary of the Navy Ray Marbus. In contrast, the Department of Defense spent nearly $300 million on erectile dysfunction medications, including Viagra from military beneficiaries. beneficiaries, forgive me, beneficiaries, including retirees between 2011 and 2015. True, but that might be related to PTSD for those veterans, which is why they might have been doing that. I don't know. Rationale for the policy. The new order makes a very broad argument against gender identity. Expressing a false gender identity divergent from an individual's sex cannot satisfy the rigorous standards necessary for military service. The order reads, beyond the hormonal and surgical medical interventions involved, adoption of a gender identity inconsistent with an individual's sex conflicts with a soldier's commitment to be honorable, truthful, and disciplined in lifestyle, even in one's personal life. Good points. It is dripping with animus, says Sasha Burkhardt, a transgender veteran who is senior counsel with an advocacy group, Lambada Legal. It sets the stage for rabid discrimination. Lambada Legal and the Human Rights Campaign have announced that they will sue the federal government and that they will argue that the ban described one of its executive orders as is discriminatory. One lawsuit against the executive order was filed on Tuesday. Well, good luck with that, because I don't think shit's going to change. The pendulum's swinging in the opposite direction, man. You know, that people are done with the transgender movement and their ideologies. You know, the LGBTQIA crowd have shot themselves in the foot because people are fed up with this shit now. Current trans service members brace themselves. US Navy Commander Emily Schilling did 2 tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan as a Navy pilot. She is now the president of Sparta, an advocacy organization made up of transgender troops. So this is probably a transgender person themselves. Schilling says after he transitioned several years ago, he passed a slew of medical and psychological tests to prove he was still fit to fly. He has since been promoted with merit. I'm a better leader now. Yeah, because you wear a dress. As an authentic person. Oh man, that's a rich use of the word authentic. Let's get the dictionary definition of authentic, shall we? You got authentic, and then you got counterfeit. You know, let's get it authentic. You know, if you want to sell something on eBay, right? Let's say you want to sell some Nike trainers on eBay, and you put the listing up as authentic Nike trainers, but really there's some budget bootleg brand, and you sell that shit. The person who bought it has the right to demand a refund because you falsely advertise something as being authentic, meaning, definition of the word authentic, not false or copied, genuine, real. Read that again. Not false or copied, genuine, real. So a lot of these, you know, he, she's, but I don't want to use the word she because they're not she's, they're he's. A lot of these men who want to play dress up, grow their hair long and wear a dress and think that they're an authentic woman, they're not. You know, they're not, because that's not what the word authentic means. You know, having an origin supported by unquestionable evidence, authenticated, verified, representing one's true nature or beliefs. This is a bullshit definition. Representing one's true nature or beliefs, true to oneself or the person identified. That's some BS. That's not authentic. Let's go back to the article. It's like going to a restaurant. Um, let's say you wanted to get some Moabite food, right? And it said authentic Moabite cuisine, but when you go in there, it's Edomites running it. You know, it's not authentic, is it? You know, or let's say you want to go to an authentic Caribbean restaurant. You know, it says authentic. You know, so-called West Indian food. You walk in and you got Edomites running it. It's not authentic, then, is it? Anyway, common sense is not so common. That's one of the things I've learned in my short time on this earth. Where was we at? This person that was claiming to be authentic. Where are we? Yeah. It says, I am a better leader now, and as an authentic person, bringing my entire self to work, meaning the shit they keep in the closet, without that masking than I was ever before. He told NPR earlier this, not speaking for himself and not on the behalf of the US Navy or the Department of Defense. The cost of replacing trans service members will be substantial, Schilling argues. There are service members. These service members are deployed around the world. We have service members deployed in combat units. We have aviators, we have doctors, we have people in every single branch of service and every subspeciality. We have special forces, he explains, where all of a sudden have to pull, and when we all of a sudden have to pull these people out of those units, it's not like we can instantly recruit new people. It's not that we can instantly retrain people to put back into those units. Patricia King is a transgender army veteran, says that in the weeks of waiting for the details of the policy to be worked out, active duty trans service members will be nervous. There are questions about who will be allowed to serve for how long, he says. If you're a trans person who is allowed to stay, you'll be allowed. If you're a trans person who is allowed to stay, will you be allowed to be promoted? Will there be a potential for harassment? There's a lot of questions, and those unknowns create fear. These people are always afraid of everything, even their own shadow. He says, even with that fear and uncertainty, transgender service members say that tomorrow they will get up for work, put on their uniforms and do their jobs. Well, it is what it is. But what does the Bible say about all of this? Bear with me, I'm just pulling the precepts here. There you go. Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto Yahweh thy power. Read that again. A woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto Yahweh thy power. It's cut and dry. There's a reason why these laws were, put in the scriptures, because the Most High knew what it would lead to. It would lead to this confusion. And the Most High is not the author of confusion. What precept is that? Do you get it? 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. It says, "For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints." So the Most High is not the author of confusion, you know. And this is nothing but that. Also, the Most High hates the effeminate. Let's get that. First Corinthians 6 and 9. It says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate," see, "nor abusers of themselves with mankind." You know, those are two cold cuts there. "Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High." You know. Now, with all that being said, I just want to reiterate, you know, these executive orders from Donald Trump, which is shutting down the this whole trans movement. You know, while it's fun to see, as from the perspective of someone, you know, who's an Israelite in the truth, it's fun to see this shit getting shut down. You know, finally. It's not gonna. I want to make the point that's not gonna save America. America's still gonna burn. America's still gonna be destroyed by the missiles and Yahweh Shai. So all of this stuff, you know, there's no healing Babylon. Even though what he's doing is concordant with biblical truth, by cutting out this transgender madness, it's still not going to stop Babylon from burning. You know, I just want to make that point clear. But either way, that's the lesson. More than it was edifying. So with that, once again, giving all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of great most and all well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect destined to be saved. And I will catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.